Meghan Markle has realised there is big money to be made in the makeup space.
Daniel Martin wasn't just anyone. He was her confidant, her yes man, the guy who made her glow for the cameras, including on her wedding day and at Paris Fashion Week. But apparently, that wasn't enough. The truth? Okay, buckle up, because today, we're diving into the drama behind the glitz, the glamour, and the perfectly curated Instagram reels. I'm talking about Meghan Markle, and the fallout with her longtime makeup artist, Daniel Martin. You might think you know the story, friendship gone wrong, business moves, but trust me, you've never seen it like this. Meghan's got a new game plan, and it involves big money, a bigger empire, and one very shattered friendship. Let's start at the very beginning. Daniel Martin. For years, he wasn't just a makeup artist, he was Meghan Markle's right-hand man when it came to beauty, style, and presentation. He was the person she trusted to make her look flawless for red carpets, magazine covers, and even her most intimate private moments. Daniel was more than talented. He was a loyal ally, someone who defended her publicly and privately, often putting himself in the line of fire. In fact, he once literally cried on television while defending Meghan's treatment at the hands of the royal family, his emotions on full display, showing the depth of his attachment and devotion. He wasn't just doing a job. He was fighting for her, protecting her image, and standing as a barrier between her and the harsh scrutiny of the public eye. But here's the thing about loyalty. It has its limits, and in Meghan's world, the rules are brutal. Daniel made a single misstep, or perhaps an innocent act of independence, that would change everything. He posted a behind-the-scenes video showing him preparing Meghan for Paris Fashion Week. To most people, it seemed harmless, a glimpse into the artistry of makeup, the kind of content that celebrates a professional's work. But in Meghan's eyes, it was a transgression, a breach of trust.
And she erupted about it, forced him to take it down. He claimed, oh, it's because I haven't listed all of the makeup I used. It's going to go back up. But of course it never did. And so then comes the leak to People magazine after this Instagram picture, which said Meghan Markle did all her own makeup for her New York appearance.
Within hours, the video was taken down. Daniel insisted it was a minor issue, claiming, "I didn't list all the products," attempting to downplay the incident. Insiders, however, paint a different picture. They say Meghan viewed it as a serious violation, an exposure of her personal routines, her meticulously curated image, and her carefully guarded mystique. To her, everything about her public persona is a brand. Each appearance, each smile, each social media post is calculated and controlled. No detail can slip, no secret revealed, no narrative left unpolished. And Daniel Martin, someone who had given her years of loyalty and protection, found himself blindsided by the harsh reality of this world. Devastated and bewildered, he quickly learned the unspoken but ironclad rule in Meghan's circle. Discretion isn't optional, it's law. Cross that line, and you risk more than friendship. You risk being erased from her inner circle entirely.
Meghan saw it as a breach of trust. She doesn't want anyone revealing her routines or travel details without approval. The Duchess, who runs her image like a luxury brand, reportedly felt Martin overstepped. She's extremely protective of her mystique. Says a palace adjacent source. Sorry, I'm laughing. Everything about her public appearance is curated. She expects full control. Insiders say Martin was devastated and has kept a low profile since he adores Meghan, but he learned the hard way discretion isn't optional. As one Hollywood insider puts it, Meghan may have left the monarchy, but she still rules her circle like a queen. Her image isn't just guarded, it's law.
Now, why the meltdown? Because Meghan isn't just about friendship, she's about business. She's not playing at casual camaraderie or idle luxury. She's playing the billion-dollar game, and she's always calculating her next move. Lately, her sights have been firmly set on the makeup industry, and for good reason. This is where fortunes are made, where influence turns into power, and where a single product launch can catapult someone into a stratosphere of wealth and visibility most can only dream of. Forget Instagram tutorials and jam jars on lifestyle posts. Meghan is entering high fashion, high-stakes territory. She's eyeing the same playground where Kylie Jenner and Selena Gomez have turned celebrity into billions, and she intends to carve out her own corner. Every step, every look, every carefully curated image is part of the pre-launch choreography. And Daniel Martin, the longtime friend and confidant who once held the keys to her beauty secrets, suddenly became more than a helper. He was a potential obstacle.
So Meghan is said to be planning a range of lucrative makeup products to boost the fortunes of her lifestyle brand as ever.
In Meghan's world, allies are valuable, but distractions, even loyal ones, can't be tolerated. Sources inside her circle revealed a telling incident after a New York City appearance. Meghan slipped a subtle, perfectly framed image to People magazine. The caption? She did her own makeup. On the surface, innocent, even charming. But the devil, as always, is in the details. The products she used were either unbranded or deliberately obscured, an unmistakable signal in the beauty industry. A launch is on the horizon. This wasn't vanity, it was strategy. Every lipstick she applied, every brushstroke she performed, was a move on a chessboard only she could see. Each gesture is carefully designed to announce, without saying a word, that she's not just entering the market, she's claiming a seat at the billionaire's table. And in this game, nothing, absolutely nothing, can be left to chance. Here's the emotional heart of this story. Daniel Martin adored Meghan. He wasn't just a makeup artist. He was a friend, a confidant, a man who publicly defended her, who vouched for her in private, who stood in her corner when the cameras were rolling and when they weren't. He believed in loyalty, in partnership, in the unspoken bonds forged through years of trust and shared work.
She doesn't care that you're a longtime friend, you've come on her show, she's done things with you. At the end of the day, you mean absolutely nothing to her.
And yet, in Meghan's eyes, none of that mattered. Loyalty doesn't pay the bills. Devotion doesn't buy a seat in her carefully constructed empire. Support isn't a currency that holds weight in her world. Sources close to her say Meghan views those who work for her as instruments. Tools to be used, appreciated only as long as they amplify her influence and reinforce her image. The moment someone dares to assert their own identity, to seek independence, to claim a sliver of attention for themselves, they're out. Daniel's deleted video? On the surface, it was harmless, a simple act of highlighting his own work while prepping Meghan for Paris Fashion Week. But in Meghan's meticulously curated universe, it was a betrayal. A tiny ripple that threatened to disrupt the perfectly controlled image she sells to the world. It's a harsh, almost cold lesson, but one that echoes across her circle. In Meghan's orbit, fame, fortune, and control always come first. Hearts, friendships, and human loyalty. They are secondary, if they exist at all. Let's break it down. Why makeup? Because it's a goldmine. High-end packaging, relatively cheap production, and massive markups. Celebrities have turned their names into luxury brands overnight. For Meghan, who's struggled to gain traction in lifestyle ventures like her jam business, this is a chance to finally cash in. Reports from Charlotte Griffith suggest Meghan is planning a range of makeup products to boost her lifestyle brand. The clues are subtle, a blurred Instagram reel here, a discreet lipstick placement there. But for insiders, the message is clear. A new Meghan era is coming. And Daniel? He isn't included. No mentoring, no partnership, just an old friend left behind in the pursuit of a personal empire. It's cold, calculated, and cinematic. But this story isn't just about beauty. It's about power, family, and legacy. Enter Prince Harry and the broader royal drama. Piers Morgan has weighed in, calling out Meghan and Harry's behavior, and he isn't holding back. According to him, William will never forgive Harry. The public family betrayals, the Oprah interview, Netflix deals, and endless headlines. William's memory is long, and his boundaries are red lines. He's different from Charles, who can be emotionally swayed. William, once a line is crossed, it's crossed forever. And Meghan? Her maneuvers with Daniel Martin aren't just about friendship. They echo the larger pattern of control and ambition seen throughout her life. Her carefully curated public persona, her strategic leaks, and her calculated moves in business and media. Here's the harsh reality. Meghan and Harry are no longer the golden couple of the global stage. In America, their A-list glow has dimmed. Once celebrated as the ultimate fairy tale pair, they are now falling stars, and the public can't look away. But it's not admiration driving the gaze. It's fascination with a spectacle, with a slow-motion train wreck. People don't watch them because they succeed. They watch because they stumble. Meghan's beauty empire? Struggling to gain traction. Her lifestyle ventures? Faltering under the weight of overhype and unrealistic expectations. She's chasing billion-dollar dreams in an arena that demands precision, strategy, and charm. Qualities that insiders hint have become increasingly elusive. Every move is scrutinized, every misstep amplified. The stakes are higher than ever, and the margin for error is razor-thin. Meanwhile, Daniel Martin quietly rebuilds his reputation, stepping back from the chaos of celebrity loyalty and the emotional turbulence it brings. For him, discretion was once a choice, a courtesy he extended out of respect. In Meghan's world, it became law overnight. And now, his experience serves as a cautionary tale. In the realm of high-profile fame, friendship is transactional, loyalty is fleeting, and ambition is a double-edged sword. Success may be the goal, but survival? That requires navigating an entirely different battlefield. So, what's the takeaway? For Meghan Markle, it's a story of control, commerce, and the consequences of wielding power without compromise. For Daniel Martin, it's the painful reminder that not all friendships survive the glare of fame. And for us, it's a cautionary tale about ambition, loyalty, and the price of the spotlight. Meghan may be building her empire, but it comes with casualties. Daniel Martin, once her closest confidant, learned the hard way that in the world of celebrity, even love and loyalty can be collateral damage. And as for the royal family drama, William is watching, waiting, and standing firm. The past isn't forgotten. And for Harry and Meghan, the road ahead is fraught with ambition, controversy, and the ever-watchful eyes of the world. If you loved this deep dive into the Meghan Markle saga, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the drama behind the headlines. Comment below. Do you think Meghan's pursuit of a beauty empire will pay off? Or has Daniel Martin's story shown us the true cost of fame?